listening to WBHM Digital Broadcasting, the best in paranormal talk only on Paranormal Experience Radio. Broadcasting live out of Birmingham, Alabama.
Welcome back to the Paranormal Pride. This is your last chance. This is it. To ask David Glidden a question about any one of the many things that he's working on. So, or that he's done in the past. So you've got about 10 minutes.
10.
Because, 10. I'm counting them down. Otherwise, you got to listen to me ask him questions, and some of those questions could be really dumb.
Yeah.
So, but I'm going to ask you. I'm going to ask you the one question that everybody always asks. So,
fire away. And she's gone. Or maybe it's just she's just pausing for suspense. It's a dramatic suspense.
I think it is a dramatic pause because Denise is very good at that. So I'm going to just keep my microphone open right here, and I'm going to go over to chat because I'm pretty sure that she is there. And for those that are wondering about this, Denise had a forced update on her computer pre-show, and we're thinking that may have interacted improperly with her Skype. So it's just one of those glitch things that happens. But, well, I would like to know, David, about your work. How did you connect with these people to start your first film? Because when I met you, and you probably don't remember this, but when I met you at Ash Bash, we were there, and I was so excited because there was your topic, right?
Yeah.
And I had to go do something, or you had to go do something, and I tried to catch you the next morning after I had investigated later into the evening, so I was a little bit late getting there, and you were already gone. But I was so excited that somebody was, in this time frame, taking that subject seriously.
Well, like, how did I get in touch with the people to set up the whole thing, or which?
What made you have the fascination to do this kind of work on that topic?
Oh, okay. Yeah. I live maybe an hour south of Joplin, so I'm very familiar with the Joplin spook light. I'm, like I've gone out there dozens of times, never saw it. And Josh had come down. I can't remember what he came down for, but Josh had come down to visit, and I took him out to the spook light. And I'd been kicking around this idea because, like, I'd looked on YouTube, to see if anybody had ever done any documentaries or anything of that nature on them. And all I could find were like these 5 to 10 minute video clips where people would just kind of make their own little thing about it. And I could never find a feature-length documentary. Nothing that really got into the details in depth with this. And so when Josh was out, like I'd known Josh at this point, I think maybe 2 years. And I just kind of shot this idea across to him, and he was all about it. And I was like, okay, well, you want to shoot this with me? Because I know at that time he had finished A Brush with Evil 2. So I knew he had some experience doing documentaries. And of course, this was my first documentary I'd ever shot, but I had been shooting haunting history for the last couple of years. So it was like a ready to take that next step kind of thing. And plus Josh has got like the sexiest voice ever for voiceovers.
He does.
So I was like, yeah, let's get Josh on there, and it'll be like a panty dropper. So throughout the whole process, we sat there and we discussed places, we did some research and everything, and next step was to collect the money together and just go shoot. And we spent 3 days and 2 nights at each location, and like the first 2 locations were just bang bang, but we had to work around a little bit of scheduling for the last one, but everything worked out for us. And I always say this first film, it was a process because it was a gradual buildup that we didn't plan. It just worked out the right way, and I guess the way it was meant to be. But we were just so happy the way it worked out. And the second film just went so smooth, because we got the familiarity together, and we knew what we wanted and how we were going to approach everything. So, yeah.
Fascinating. Denise, are you there?
I hope so.
Yay, I
Three.
hear you. Please go. Take this.
Okay. Get this out. Carl just asked, have you taught John anything about your trail cams lately?
Oh, had we caught anything?
Yeah, have you caught anything? Yeah, it's little. Can't see it.
We haven't checked the trail cams yet, Carl. We're I don't know what John's deal is. He hasn't checked them yet. John actually had some exciting. We've had some exciting stuff out here. John had, apparently, we didn't see it, but we saw the depressions. There was something that seems to have landed in the back of John's property. There's 3 depressions. They were about 10 to 12 inches in diameter, perfect circles. The ground was mushed about 2 inches, something like that. Like you could,
like something landed in the yard.
yeah, just like something landed out there. But at John's, I mean, you see lights in the sky all the time. It's not uncommon, and so this actually happened while I was in Branson. I came back and John had told me about this, so I missed that. But he'd also, I guess, the night before, a couple nights before, saw like a glow back there. But he's got some trail cams back there, and one of the trail cams is facing that area. We just haven't checked the footage yet.
That's why he put them back there. Then.
Yep.
Well,
Catch.
they were back there for the deer, but they just happened to line up in sight. So
yeah,
dual duty.
What's that?
Dual duty or
Exactly.
double duty to make it sound easier. Dual, you just may not hear me very well, but.
But,
so is John still obsessed with UFOs?
Oh, always.
Okay.
In fact, we had an episode on paranormal frequencies a few weeks ago where we were talking about it. And in fact, we did a show this past weekend on alien DNA and are we being harvested and reconfigured and stuff like that. But it was actually on our YouTube channel. We didn't save it to the YouTube channel. We just did a live thing, but it was a one-on-one with John where he discussed things, and he actually went a lot further into detail about his previous experience with UFOs and aliens and things like that, because he's got a military background, and through that, he's been able to experience some things. So it's been a process trying to get him to open up, but he's slowly but surely he's revealing more and more. But it doesn't seem like it's stopped yet. So
was he really excited about today's Mars landing?
I don't know. I haven't asked him about that yet. I'll ask him after the show.
Because I know today I watched part of that because my cousin is an astronaut. And he works at Johnson Space Center.
Oh, cool.
And apparently he was actually in California at the center for that today. And because I saw him there on the camera, because how they on NASA TV, I was watching and there he was. So I was all excited.
Yeah.
So I want more information about EDEs from him, because they don't call UFOs. They call them EDEs because they know what they are.
Yeah, I would suggest get John on here and get him talking about it. He'll tell you some stuff. I mean, if he goes into this long pause, it's usually because he's trying to think about what he wants to reveal to you and what not to. So if he pauses for an extended period of time, you know that he knows more than what he's going to tell you. But
I'll let him. You just tell him if he wants to come on in a safe space, then he can contact me.
Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely let him know.
So, because he knows I care, and he sent me many messages while I was sick. Him and sending me prayers and stuff. So
Very nice.
I knew he cared. I knew he cared a lot. So he's a good man. So since we got a few more minutes left, you want to tell people the best way to reach you again?
Yeah. You guys can, if you want to check out any of my work, you can go on to youtube.com/haunting history. Not haunted, haunting. You can see the episodes there, or you can jump on our Facebook page, Haunting History. There's the Paranormal Frequencies Facebook page, which we do our show every Sunday night at 6 Central. There's my personal page. If you want to get a hold of me there, you can. We have 2 pages for Into the Light, one for each movie. You can buy the DVD on Amazon, or you can go on realhouse.org/David Glidden /Into the Light, and you can rent or download the digital copy of the film. And again, we are going to be premiering on VidiSpace this Friday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time.
And you'll be live in the chat room.
I will be live in the chat room.
Perfect. So you guys make sure that if you're going to do that you do that. And you can also get a signed copy of the DVD from David if you contact him.
Yep. Contact me directly, and it'll be cheaper than going through Amazon and sending me the DVD and then me sending it back and all that. So
there you go. I want to give you guys some information coming up here on Wednesday night on Paranormal Experienced at 7 o'clock Central with Kat Hobson. We've got her guest is going to be Shelley Burke Robinson. So make sure you check that out. On Friday night at 7 p.m. Central, Shelley Burke Robinson of 187 PI. She had her show. I forgot to write down the name of it. I did so good remembering. She's going to have her show on Friday night, and somebody slapped me for not writing down her show. You're going to love it. She does a great show, and it's always her and a member of her team talking about important things in the paranormal, ghost stories and other things. I find it very interesting. And then on Sunday nights, we got Fate Magazine Radio at 7 p.m. Central. And Kat's guest this week on Fate Magazine Radio is going to be Judy Griffin. She sounds like she's going to be a really interesting guest. I hope you guys will tune into that. And next Monday at 7 p.m., the one and only Charles Anthony. He's got a new book that's going to print tomorrow. So you guys be the first interview about that book coming up here pretty soon. So tune in. I'll see you guys all next week. And thank you so much, David, for coming on. You're listening to WBHM Digital Broadcasting out of Birmingham, Alabama. See you next week.
You are listening to